Hi all, welcome back to Triple Goddess Soapery. My name is Angela and today we are making a Calamine soap bar. This is completely unscented and the color comes from Calamine. If you did not know, which I didn't, Calamine is zinc oxide and 2% red oxide. That's what gives it the color. So if you don't have Calamine, or if you don't have something that looks pink, you can just add 1 or 2% red oxide to your percentage of your Calamine, and there you go, you have pink Calamine. Anyway, um, this bar I actually made a while ago, and I'm just getting around to posting the video now. And I actually noticed that lately there's been a few people making Calamine bars, so I thought that was interesting. I made this quite a while ago. There are a few bars still left. I have a couple of customers who really, really like this bar, and they buy multiples at a time. So yeah. Like I said, this is it's a very basic bar. It has calamine in it. It has goat's milk, kale, and clay, and then it has my base soaping recipe, which is available on Patreon. But it has all the good stuff. It has olive oil and hemp seed oil and castor oil, coconut oil, and a few other things, and some butters. But I don't know that I have anything really interesting to say about this bar of soap. It's pretty basic. I can't make any health claims, and there it is. See how pretty pink it is? But I can't make any health claims about calamine soap, but you can definitely Google the health benefits of calamine. And I did try to make this bar as gentle as possible, very skin soothing. So yeah. And right now now that basically what's in the bucket is all of my additives and my oils, and I blend it and mix it up really good, and then I add my sodium hydroxide mixture, my danger water, because that ensures that everything is blended absolutely completely, and I don't have to worry about over mixing my soap batter. And I say a lot, and I apologize for that if that bothers you. We're just gonna get that in, and then I always, as soon as I pour my sodium hydroxide mixture in, I always put the container in the sink and fill it with water, and that way I don't have to worry about it later. And all I do is rinse my sodium hydroxide container, and I rinse it really well, and then I just put it on the side of the sink. You can see how we have those containers that are upside down there. That's all I do. I don't wash or scrub them out, and I've never had an issue. And also too, I only use those containers for my sodium hydroxide. They don't get used for anything else. And now that I have everything in, we're just gonna blend it all up till trace. And this soap was made long enough ago that you can see along the back of the wall, I have all of those little tester bottles of fragrance, and I've actually worked my way through a lot of those by now. Off to the side in the back too, you can see there is a pitcher of soapy water, and when I'm making especially multiple loaves of soap, I will just use a bucket of hot soapy water in between the loaves to rinse. I just buzz my blender around in it and clean it off, and then I move on to the next soap. Just keeps the cleaning down to a minimum, and I don't have to worry about sharp blades and trying to clean it later when the soap might be hardened on and stuff. And I'm just checking for trace here. This really doesn't take that long. And this is all in real time. Usually I speed up my videos, but because this video, the footage honestly isn't that long, I'm not speeding it up. I'm doing it all in real time. But also too, because I'm winging it tonight, I don't really have much to say. Today is September 1st, so happy Halloween season, everyone. And I know this video is not related at all to the spooky season, but for the last week or two, I have been working on making lots of hydrostone and cement soap dishes, some new styles. I'm also working on making candle vessels with cement and hydrostone, and I'm going to start testing candles. I've actually had my first candle poured now, and I'm testing the fragrance of the wicks because I want to figure out what size and which type wicks to use for these little cauldrons candles. They're about 4 ounces each. And I've been making lists of all the fragrances that I want to use, trying to keep it down to like a minimum because I'm not a candle maker. And if I offer cauldron candles, which are going to be, branded because, of me being triple goddess, and the candles will be shaped like cauldrons, and I'll only offer one side, like size, I don't need a bajillion different candles, fragrances. So it's hard. It's hard to weed it down, but now I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is my absolute favorite, and it'll probably be my first candle that I release. It's called Champaka. It's very incense smelling. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, and someone can, in the comments, correct me on how to pronounce it properly. I realize I could Google that too, but that's a really great one. It's probably going to be the first one I do. I have a fragrance called Sweetgrass from Voyager Soap and Candle, which is amazing. That'll definitely be in there. Alpine Eucalyptus, also from Voyager. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So those are the top three that I have decided that are definitely going to be candles. And here we go. I'm just cleaning off my blender, as you can see here, with the hot soapy water. It just makes life so much easier just to clean it off. But yeah, that's what I've been up to lately. I've been neglecting making YouTube videos, neglecting making soap a little bit, although I have made 3 more loaves of soap today. But I have been really working on candle vessels and making lots of new soap dishes. I have a pedestal leaf, a regular leaf, and then I have the waterfall style and the oval. And I think those are the only 4 that I'm going to offer. I still have a bunch of bathtubs, but I find that people like those because they're a novelty and they do buy them. But if you're going to actually use one of these soap dishes, you're going to want one that's shaped like a soap dish. And that's, what I think. So those are the 4 I'm going to offer. And I've also been playing around with oxides, dyeing the cement and the hydrostone. And it's super pretty. I've done a blue and a white. I've done a brown and a white, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I've been working on trying to get a good black color, but black oxide just doesn't do it. You're really only supposed to use 5% colorant, and using 10% black oxide, I'm still just getting a pale gray. So I have ordered from Glob Marble in the US some of their black oxide. I can't remember what it's called, but super black, maybe something like that. So yeah, so we'll try that because everybody swears by it, and I mean it's what I see online, people using, and they're getting good results. I'm also going to try my hand at just painting some of the cement vessels, basically watering down some acrylic paint and just painting them, and then I will do the sealant over top of that. But anyway, this video isn't supposed to be all about what I've been doing this week. It's supposed to be about making calamine soap. But like I said before, I don't find that there's really much to talk about with this calamine soap. It is very gentle. It's great for sensitive skin. If you have dry skin, it's going to be great for that. If have inflamed skin for any reason, it's not going to make anything worse. I guess that's the best that I can tell you. And I do see that it is very popular online. Like I said, I see people who are making it lately. So clearly it's become trendy, I guess. But I've been selling it for, oh gosh, how long have I been selling calamine soap for? Probably about almost 2 years. And this bar, I have named it Little Tribune Bay. And if you're familiar with British Columbia, you might get the inside joke. Tribune Bay, there's a beach, and it is known to be a nudist beach, so you can, go topless on this beach. So I thought it would be a fun name for the soap, since the soap is, naked, because there's no colorant and there's no fragrance in it. So anyway, that was my little inside joke when I was naming the soap. And here we are. We are all done with the soap. And all I'm going to do now is use my 70% alcohol. And this is what I use to clean everything in my soap studio. It really cuts through oils and grease. I use it to clean up wax. I use it to clean up soap. Everything. It works really, really well. It gets everything sparkly and shiny clean. And this is what she looks like. Little Tribune Bay in the mold, nice and smooth and beautiful and pink. And we are going to get right into the cut next. And here we go. Now, you can tell how long it's been since I made this soap because I'm using my multibar cutter, and these bars are the smaller bars that I stopped making early this year. So yeah. And we are just gonna cut it, and I will be shushy so that you can hear the twang. And there we go. I actually really need to tighten these wires. They should have twanged a lot easier than that. And really, there's not much to see here. It's a very plain pink bar, and you can see some dots from the zinc oxide and probably the kaolin clay that might not have completely blended in, but it's perfectly fine and perfectly safe. And that's what she looks like. It's like I said, it's pretty boring, but it's a really beautiful bar. And this bar is actually really rock hard. It's even more rock hard than the rest of my soap, and I don't know, like that must be the zinc oxide because the formula is the same that I use for all of my soap, and yet I find this bar super hard, like even harder than my other soaps. I do use this in my shower once in a while. I grab a bar for myself, and yeah, I really like it. Now we're getting close to the end here, so I just want to say thank you if you got this far listening to my rambling about things that weren't even about soap. If you like this video and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for more soapy content. I will be posting some videos about hydrostone and cement using both, maybe do a full tutorial. I have done tutorials on both on TikTok if you want to head over there and subscribe and take a look at those videos. And I'll also be adding some commentary about using the various sealants and seeing how those work with the soap dishes as well as the candle vessels. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous night, and we're just gonna cut these last couple bars here, and then we're going to go do something else. Thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. Have a wonderful night.